Hi everyone, it's me again. I know been what, 5 months? Over 5 months since I last did anything on this channel, and well, I've decided to bring it back. So, for those of you who have stayed and are really excited for more stuff, I'm really happy. I'm really glad that you guys have stayed, but I cannot blame those who have left. Um, I just hope that I can grow back, those people that no longer are interested in my stuff. But nonetheless, I have returned, and with some great resolve, I am going to come back with a vengeance. So, let me start by explaining everything that's happened over the last 5 months. It's been a while. I just recently bought this headset, so hopefully sound is not nearly as rough and shaky as it was before. But 5 months ago, I got into a relationship, and it kind of took over my life. Doing that and working was basically everything, for a while, maybe a month and a half or so. And then stuff went down. I got kicked out of my apartment with some acquaintances of mine, and I was forced to live with my girlfriend, and that did not go well. That did not go well at all. Things were getting really tense. We were together all the time, and I think that was probably part of it. And needless to say, about maybe 3.5 to 4 weeks ago, um, she dumped me and kicked me out of the house. Um, well, it was kind of going rough for well over a month before that, and I was kind of expecting it, but it's still kind of rough because we were having a lot of problems. So obviously, I was also in kind of like a, oh, is this going to work type of situation. But I figured more than likely what was going on was probably part of me moving in so quickly because I didn't have anywhere else to live. And so I figured if I moved out, things would be different. And before I even got the opportunity to do that, I got dumped and sent on my way. So I found a place, luckily. As of this recording, the internet still doesn't work here, I guess. Um, so hopefully that'll be up within the next few days, but it gives me a little bit of time to get some recording built up before I start releasing stuff. More than likely, I'm going to have weekly episodes of the things that I am currently working on. But unfortunately, due to the setup that I have, which isn't much of one, I don't even own a bed. Like I don't have much of a setup at all. Um, my options are pretty limited. Um, I want to bring back Pokemon really badly. Unfortunately, my Dark Rising 2 file was deleted in what happened was not a hard drive failure, but I think when I started really getting into the relationship and not have as much focus on YouTube, I think it got caught up in me removing stuff because of my storage space that I needed to make room for, well, I mean, more anime, I guess. But all things considered, I hope to get back into that. But as far as the number one thing on the channel, which was my shiny giveaway, I want to do that. I really do. I just don't know if I can. I'm going to do my best to see if I can bring it back at some point, but it might not be for a while. I don't have the supplies that I need, and it definitely won't happen until I have internet access because obvious reasons. My DS has to connect to the internet. So far, all I've done is take stuff that I already have, like on my PlayStation and stuff. The recordings, I'll admit, aren't going to be HD quality, but again, that's limited to the supplies that I have. Now I'm working full time, thank God. But I just don't have the money to completely put into this. I can't get a capture card for the PlayStation 4. I can't get a capture card for the 3DS. I can't get a capture card for the PlayStation 3 or any of those things. So my options are a little limited, and the quality, at least visual quality, isn't going to be as much. Luckily, the audio quality won't be as bad because I got $100 headset rather than a $20 cheap knockoff headset that was kind of shit. This one's not going to be perfect by any means, but it certainly is an upgrade in that sense. So as for things to look forward to, well, there's a lot. I'm going to be kind of changing things because now obviously the NFL season's over and the college football season's over, so those kind of things will have to wait until it resumes in the fall. Then I'll probably continue putting out the weekly episodes like I did previously. Um, so it seems like that was at least somewhat interesting to people. So obviously that's going to be. I don't really want to do baseball because one, I'm not interested in baseball nearly as much as I am football, hockey, and basketball. But number two is because I'd have to go through like a billion games every week. Like it's just not worth it. Um, and I just don't have the time to waste on something that it's really not going to be much of my thing. Now I mean I do occasionally, like once October comes around, maybe we'll see. I usually end up watching some of the baseball playoffs, and it won't be insane. So I could just go round by round instead of game by game or week by week, and then things will be a little bit different in that sense. But that's not going to be until October anyway. So, um, but I probably will be bringing Pokemon back. I have not decided as of making this video, but you guys will probably know because if I do decide, I'll be recording it either right after this or within the next couple of days. There's also, I'm going to be starting a series of visual novels, at least a few of them. I'm not super rich or anything, so a lot of them are going to be free ones that I'm kind of going through. The one that I played last night, God, you guys will see it more than likely because it will be going up right after this once I get the internet back because I've already finished, I believe, over half of the VN, but I'm not sure. It was really popular a while back. I'm just now getting to it because, that's just how it is. But I'm sure most people have heard of Doki Doki Literature Club and how insane and intense it is, you know. So I played that last night and I made the mistake of playing it at midnight. Well, not quite midnight, a little bit before that, through midnight. I ended recording at 1 o'clock in the morning and I had to cut episode 3 short because I was just freaking out. And usually I can handle things really well, especially in like the horror genre, like shows like Higurashi, for example. I took that really well. It wasn't that big of a deal. But this one kind of got to me, and I'm not entirely sure why, but I had to stop recording after the third one. I literally slept with the light on. I was just having a really hard time with everything. It fucked me up. Hella bad. So, I mean, if you guys haven't played that game yet, you should definitely go do it, or at least watch the playthrough of it. Everything goes swiftly, but after the first section of the game, whew, man, I started shaking. I started barely reading anything. I was having some trouble, and at that point, I regretted not making it not putting a little box for you guys to see my reactions. I do regret that. I might add it for episode 4 now that I know, because I wasn't expecting it to be as intense as it was. You know, there are rumors all the time about how Doki Doki goes, and the only thing I knew was about Monica. That's it. So I assumed a lot of things, and I was proven wrong. So starting on episode 4, I'm probably going to put in a video cam, and I will not be recording at night, unfortunately for you guys, because I'm sure you guys would get great reactions, but I'd prefer not having no sleep every night that I record that, because I don't know how long it's going to continue going for. I assume that I'm like halfway done the second cycle, but I'm not sure. That I have avoided spoilers other than just talk of Monica. That's all I know. So hopefully things will go pretty well. We'll see. I still think Natsuki's the best character. Throwing it out there. But I have done that. I have at least the first 3 episodes as of this recording. By the time this goes up, I guarantee you it'll be done. Whether it be probably in a few days when I don't have work and I can just do it during the daytime, that'll probably be when it happens. But I'm also going to try something new that it did not have previously. Now, I played some of Danganronpa and it did not go well. Nobody watched it. Fine. I'm sure the game's really old. No one's probably looking at, reviews of it by now. So that's fine. That's fine. Speaking of another game that's old, Skyrim. Okay, I will admit this is not an original idea. It's been done, but it's not been done that often, surprisingly. And that is a legit role play of Skyrim. Now, obviously, everyone's played through the game half a dozen times. You've seen it a million times. It's been 7 years since the game came out. It's everywhere. People have modded it. People have done their thing. But there's only one YouTuber that I found that did an amazing job role-playing. And I'm not going to be able to do that well. I tried doing it yesterday, but I ended up not really doing it as well as I wanted it to be. But when I say legit role play, I've seen a lot of people on YouTube do role plays of it, but it comes across really lackluster and not really that intense. But then I watched this other series about Leonidas Aventis. You guys will know what I'm talking about if you've seen it, but if you haven't, I'd recommend going to check it out because it's just amazing and it's going to be better than my thing. I understand that, but I want to try and make something unique and interesting. And so obviously my role play will be a lot different. My role play about Juliet Fire Rose is going to start off quite differently, and it's going to be a lot. Her personality, her character is going to be different, and I'm not probably going to go through the main storyline because y'all have seen that a billion times. So I will have to go through some storylines. Might be the Civil War, it might be the Dark Brotherhood, it might be Thieves Guild, it might be Daedric quests. Who knows? I don't know at this point. It's all going to depend on what my character decides, and I'm going to play the entire thing in character and try and make it more cinematic, kind of like the story of Leonidas Aventis. So that's kind of what you have in store there. I've also begun recording a role play. I'm gonna put air quotes around that of Witcher 3. That one I have never played before, so that's a complete blind playthrough. Again, I know it's been out for a little while, but I'm trying to make it different. So I'm trying to make it a legit role play. obviously it's a little off because the main character, not only does he talk a lot, but there isn't a whole hell of a lot to say or time to monologue because of the amount of dialogue is significantly greater in that game than Skyrim, for example. So it comes off a little rough so far. Hopefully it'll get better, but we'll have to see how that goes. Skyrim will be interesting because I don't have the ability to mod it as much as the PC version. I have the PS4 version. I can download PS4 mods, but that's it. So I wanted to try and do a free ranging camera so that way I can get the view of everything and then make this really badass intro scene. But I can't. I don't have the capability. So I've downloaded some video clips of scenery in the game, and we'll see how that works for my backstory. Worst case scenario, if it goes well, because after the cinematic entrance, the next few episodes it's not gonna be a big deal that I don't have that ability because it's just gonna be, first person continuing on. But we'll have to see how that goes. That's just it's going to be difficult. But right now on Steam, I have like 7 different VNs, visual novels, that am going to play through all of them. I'm going to play through all of them. Most of them are Yuri, so you're just going to have to deal with that. I hope that's not a big deal. But I'll probably add some more free ones later. And what's great is that almost all of my visual novels that I play are going to be available for free or very little on Steam. It's going to be interesting to see what happens though, because there are some VNs that have explicit endings. I'm going to throw that out there. And I have to try and avoid those because of obvious YouTube reasons. I can't just show legit sex scenes. That's totally fine by me, but it kind of kills a lot of visual novels because like 99% of visual novels are dating sims of some kind, and the end is where you get with the bitch and you fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Or the dude. Otame games are a thing. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes. But all things considered, I've got that lined up. I'm doing a kind of role play of Witcher 3. I'm doing a role play of Skyrim. There is a very good chance that I'll wait a while before I start a role play of Fallout 4, another game that I have not played yet. Again, it's been out for a little while, so it's overplayed or whatever, but I'm going to try and make it unique and interesting and different. So we'll have to see how that goes. But hopefully you guys at least are a little bit interested in these kind of things, and I hope that you won't be too upset about the video quality for the time being, at least for my PS4 games. I've been debating doing WWE 2K again. I really want to do, again, like a real universe mode. So, actually developing a story, take out cutscenes, really move it all together, add dialogue, make things a little bit more interesting than the bland cookie cutter stuff that we get with the show or with the game now. So we'll have to see about that. But again, this is kind of a lot, and I do work full time, so it's going to be difficult to actually accomplish. So if you guys are interested in my content, make sure you go and you tell other people. If you want to see more content, I have to be able to support the channel. And with my full-time job, I worry that people are going to get upset because I'm going to have to upload inconsistently. I might upload like a Witcher 3 episode every week and then suddenly skip like 2 or 3 weeks and then upload an episode every week for like 3 weeks and then skip another 2 weeks because I just don't have infinite amount of time like I would like. And like Doki Doki Literature Club, I'm not going to do at night because it freaks me the fuck out. It's kind of embarrassing. Normally I can handle horror really well, but fuck, dude, that game messed me up hardcore. But yeah, we'll see. I'm just looking up at my collection of video games. NBA 2K18 and Madden 18 would be completely dependent upon whether you guys would like to watch it or not. Um, I did promise a sleep block, and you very well might get one. Still, I'd probably stream it live on YouTube, so that way you wouldn't think I just edited it and cut it out. So that would be after my internet comes back on and maybe a little while from now. Oh, and as of this video, I have self-published a book called Blood Red Series Beginning, which is available on Amazon and the Kindle. So if you guys are interested, the paper copy is $12 and the Kindle version is $4. It's about 150,000 words, a little less than that. Pretty solid size, and keep in mind it has not been professionally edited. So do kind of keep that in mind if there are a couple of errors here or there or something that doesn't make sense. I'd like to hear about it, but I need to get the book itself out there. So if people start to pick it up and think that it's good and recommend it to other people and it eventually gets scouted by, you know, um, publishers, then I can get it professionally edited and, you know, get everything straightened away. So that's about all I have right now. I'm also thinking of doing some games and stuff that are coming out in the future, in the near future. I believe there's a game called, Detroit Become Human or something like that, that's coming out soon that also can have multiple choices that that change the outcome. So it's really, those games are really good to actually do kind of like a real role play of, to put yourself or make up a character and put them in that situation that is portrayed through yourself. So that game definitely sticks out, and I might do that. Um, that's in 5 days. So we'll see about that. Um, just trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, anime reviews. Not my most popular thing on the channel, but I'll probably get back into that. I have watched a hell of a lot of shows since my last review, which I believe was 100, if I remember off the top of my head. But so many I've got to talk about and just gush over or either be indifferent about. But things that have come out recently: Ancient Magus Bride, glorious show. Violet Evergarden, the best show that I've watched since my last anime review, at least, you know what I mean. But terrific shows, things like that. Also, some mediocre shows or not as good shows that I've watched recently will also be probably on the list. So I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things. We'll have to see how well that works, so don't take me quite so, oh my goodness, we're going to get a video every single day because you got The Witcher and Skyrim and Pokemon and all of these things. That's not going to be the case. I'm definitely going to have to drop some of the things that I've talked about, or at least instead of doing them every week, maybe every 2 weeks or something. But as of right now, I have a lot planned, and so we'll have to see exactly how that goes. But thank you all for watching this episode. I want you guys, if you can, to comment in the comment section down below and let me know what you want me to prioritize. things that I've talked about, things that I haven't talked about, things that you guys want to see on my channel that you think that would be most important. And I feel like a lot of subscribers want the Pokemon shiny stuff, so I'll get on that. Um, we still have Sinnoh, Unova, Kalos, and Alola still left, so half the regions ish. And I really hope that you guys stick around and help me get through this. I'm managing with what I have right now, which is not a lot, but hopefully uh, I can make up for that. You know what I'm saying? So thank you all for watching this episode, and make sure you go check out all my other stuff. I do apologize that Dark Rising 2 will not be finished, as well as Danganronpa and a couple of other series that were on my channel. It's been 5 months. I'm going to start completely fresh. So I hope that you guys understand and continue to support me. I really do appreciate it so much. So thank you, and we'll see you next time.